What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Well, we are back and we are going to have a conversation, and Nene leaks is the topic of discussion today. Now, I have talked about Nene leaks several times in the past. I don't want it to seem like I hate this one, because I really don't. And it's so disappointing to me to see how, I will say, not even they say, I will say that money doesn't change people, just kind of brings out who you already are. And I watch old seasons, the beginning of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, those earlier seasons. I really did love Nene Leakes in the beginning. I really did. And then she just started to get the big head over time when she was getting elevated with the opportunities, And she was just like like they say, smelling herself or smelling her ass. They say that too sometimes, when it just seems like your shit don't stink. That's what they say. And she could do no wrong. And that part is just very unattractive. But we're here to talk about plastic surgery and an option that she chose to do, because we know that she's gotten some other procedures done in the past, and she's even done it on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which, I'm all for it. If you are subscribed to my other channel, which you'll see a link to in the description box, then you know that I've discussed plastic surgery procedures before. I am not against them. I've had some before, and I've had them for specific reasons. I'm not going to talk about that on this channel, but you can go to my other channel and you can see that content there. But I do believe in having things done for certain reasons, not just because, and just being conservative with it. And as much as Nene may say that she only had this done and she only had that done, and it may be true, to me it just seems like it's a lot. She's had her nose done and her breasts, she said, but it seems like she's done more than that. But I could be wrong. I'm just saying what my opinion is. And we know that, she does the lace front wigs. The makeup is really, really, really caked on. It's just so much. And I don't like seeing women in drag makeup. I don't. Unless you're doing a drag show or you're on RuPaul's celebrity competition, then you should not be doing it. But she likes to cake it on, and she's 55 at this point. Not here to age shame or say that at a certain age you should stop doing anything to make yourself feel better, but I do believe that at a certain point in time, it's like, what is the point? And there are even some doctors that do have ethics that will say that, because I have clients myself as an esthetician. I work with a lot of older women, older than Nene in age, and a lot of them are like, I want to do this and I want to do that, and I've gone to plastic surgeons to get a consultation, and they have ethics, and they'll say, well, honestly, at your age, I don't think that it would be a good idea. So Nene, she has shared that she had a BBL. Now, she said she had a slight BBL, so like a mini, and most people, like she said, when they hear BBL, they just think like big booty, but it's not that for everyone. But for some people, that's what they want. And we've seen the botched jobs, the hotel room or bathroom or basement booty jobs that have been done that are just outright ridiculous and dangerous and have cost some people their lives. But Nene at this point being 55, and to me, I think in that area, because she is a very tall woman, she is a woman of a certain size, but she seems to be in shape. She doesn't look bad body-wise. I'm like, why? Why are you getting, BBL? She said she got liposuction and then had the fat, put in those areas to give her like a slight lift. But I don't know. I don't know. In a blog that I read, they were shading her a little bit. I get it. It's, for fun and giggles. But they were saying, even though she is 55, she is doing what she is needing to do to stay in shape in case she gets a call to return to the Real Housewives franchise. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but what do you all think about that? Do you think that at this point in time especially at the age of 55, her getting a BBL is like, what is the point? Or do you feel like, look, girl, you only live once, and you may live to be 95, and you may look like you're 75 when you're 95. So kill it. Do what you need to do. You can let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section. But, as we speak about her lifting something, which is her booty, it's been reported that she dropped her lawsuit. But did she drop the lawsuit, or was it technically dismissed? So it's being reported that Nene Leakes has dropped her race and age discrimination lawsuit against Andy Cohen, Bravo Network, and NBC Universal, and others. And she filed the lawsuit against all of these entities, claiming that it was racist and hostile, and they were blacklisting her and all of these different things. And then, it also came out around June that they may be in talks to settle this discrimination lawsuit. And now it's being reported that an agreement has been reached, and she dismissed her lawsuit without prejudice, which without prejudice means that she can come back at a later time to file the lawsuit again at a later date. But it's being reported that the reason that this was dropped or dismissed was because there is an arbitration clause in the contract that she signed. So if that is indeed the fact, which, to be honest with you, I don't even know why I didn't think about that when I was speaking on this lawsuit being filed some time ago. Most major companies such as these do have arbitration clauses in there, and it's been a thing for many, many years now. When I worked in the legal field, and years ago when I was in the employment and labor law field, which we represented plaintiffs, that was one of the things that was a sticking point for a lot of people that may have had a case. It was like, well, this may not really get as far as we would want it to go, because there's an arbitration clause in your employee handbook or in your contract, if they did indeed have a contract that they were under for working with a certain company. And because of the type of work that Nene was doing and the company that she was working with, I don't know why I didn't think about that previously, but it all makes sense. So what I want to know, and what I'm thinking is, if indeed the attorneys that she hired, and I don't even want to say that she hired, that agreed to take her case on. So yeah, essentially she would be their client, and she would have hired them and paid them their retainer fee if that indeed did happen. But I'm wondering at this point, because a lot of companies, law firms, if they see that there's a situation like that, why would they have filed this lawsuit and had all of this press put out here? So to me, it sounds like similar to what Nene was doing with this company, Georgia Plastic Surgery, where she says she's an ambassador for giving people $100 off of a consultation, which to me sounds ridiculous, because most consultations are free with these plastic surgeons' office. So to me, that kind of sounds like a rip, but that's neither here nor there. We live in a capitalist society, and companies can charge whatever they want to charge, and whoever chooses to go to the company to pay what they are asking for, then that's on them. But did she have some sort of deal to get this firm's name out there that was representing her in this situation and putting all of this out there, and she was just constantly talking about this situation? Was it all for publicity? Was it all just to get the attention of the public? And to me, it kind of sounds like it was. I don't know. It's just my opinion. I'm just sharing how I feel about it, because again, most law firms and attorneys that would have reviewed her contract, that would have been the number one thing. So, in some situations, you may have to file a lawsuit to compel the arbitration to happen, but that's not usually the way it works. It usually isn't. I don't know every state's laws, but I can say in the state where I am located, and in situations like that, when it came to an arbitration clause, there was not a lawsuit that was filed. A general complaint would be filed maybe with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC, or, some sort of board like that in whatever the state is, to compel the arbitration to happen so that there can be a meeting of the minds and go over the complaints and the griefs, and all of those different things can be brought to the table, and to see if there would be any relief that would be granted towards Ms. Leaks. So again, I'm just wondering, and could this have been a ploy as well to try to get back in good with the network of Bravo? I don't really see how that would work, but hey, I don't even see how Nene thought her just getting out here on social media and calling Andy Cohen a racist and all of these different things that she was doing was going to help her to get back onto the network either. So I don't know. It doesn't really seem like, it's just my opinion, in these situations she's made a lot of the best decisions, and I don't know if some of it had to do with her former husband, who's no longer here, him being sick and her just kind of not being in the right frame of mind to handle things like that, and then now him being gone. I don't know, because a lot of people said that he was the one that was like don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying she's not smart, but a lot of people, were like, he was like the brains behind the business when it came to all of the things that were going on, especially when it came to the boutiques that she opened in the different states, and then those wound up getting shut down, and a lot of different stories came out about that. But I don't know, I'm just wondering. So she went from lifting the booty to dropping the lawsuit. I don't know what's going to happen next. Right now, it seems like the lawsuit is still pending against her in the state of North Carolina for alienation of affection that was filed against her by her, I assume, still current boyfriend's current wife, because they are not divorced legally. But at any rate, we'll see what comes of that. We'll see what happens next. But I just really wanted to talk about that, and I would love to know what you guys think about this. So you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And until the next time, this is Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm just being beautifully honest.